Most homeschool approaches focus on academics first. But did you know that's not the only way to do things? Imagine a homeschool where your child learns math through music, history through myths and legends, and science through gardening and nature walks. A place where art, music, and handcrafts are just as important as reading and writing. That's the world of Waldorf homeschooling, an approach that values imagination, rhythm, and connection to the natural world, while educating the whole child in a way that feels both timeless and deeply human. Hi, I'm Erica, homeschool mom of three, former special education teacher, and founder of a K-8 homeschool hybrid center. In this series, I'm breaking down the most common homeschool styles one by one so you can discover which approach works best for your family. If you're new here, welcome. We've already covered traditional, classical, Charlotte Mason, unit studies, and Montessori. If you haven't watched those yet, you can find them linked in the description below. Today, we're diving into Waldorf homeschooling, a gentle, creative style that focuses on nurturing imagination, rhythm, and connection. Let's get into it. Waldorf education is based on the philosophy of Rudolf Steiner, an Austrian educator from the early 1900s. His approach emphasized educating the whole child, not just academics, but also creativity, emotions, and spiritual development. At its core, Waldorf homeschooling emphasizes imagination, storytelling, and artistic expression, rhythm and routine connected to nature and the seasons, delayed formal academics until around age 7, hands on learning through crafts, music, and movement, a holistic focus on head, thinking, heart, feeling, and hands, doing. A Waldorf homeschool often feels slower and more artistic than other approaches. Instead of starting with worksheets and textbooks, learning happens through rhythm and rich experiences. In practice, you might see daily storytelling, puppet shows, or reading fairy tales. Artistic activities like watercolor painting, music, handcrafts, or drama. Seasonal celebrations and festivals like May Day, Harvest, or Advent. Lots of outdoor time, gardening, and nature walks. Academics introduced gradually, for example, using art and stories to teach letters and numbers rather than drills. For example, a young child might learn letters by hearing a fairy tale, then drawing the story with crayons. An older child might study history through legends and myths while also learning music and handcrafts alongside. The pros of Waldorf homeschooling are that it fosters creativity, imagination, and a love of beauty. It provides strong rhythms and routines that support emotional security. It encourages deep connection with nature and the seasons. And it supports the child's development in a holistic way, not just academics. The cons of Waldorf homeschooling are that formal academics start later than many parents are comfortable with. It can feel too mystical or nature-based for some families. Authentic Waldorf materials and curriculum can be expensive and hard to source, and it may be challenging to combine with other approaches without losing its distinct rhythm. You might love this style if you value creativity, imagination, and storytelling in your homeschool. If you want your children to spend lots of time in nature and in rhythm with the seasons. If you prefer a gentle, slow-paced childhood before introducing formal academics. Or if you enjoy crafts, art, and music as part of everyday learning. This style might not be the best fit for your family if you prefer a structured, academically rigorous approach early on. You don't resonate with nature-based or spiritual elements of Waldorf philosophy. If you need a ready-to-go, tech-friendly, or digital homeschool curriculum, or if your child thrives on direct instruction, clear benchmarks, and fast-paced academics. So that's a look at Waldorf homeschooling, an approach that brings together imagination, rhythm, and creativity to nurture the whole child. I'd love to hear from you. Does the Waldorf method sound like something that fits with your family, or do you prefer a more academic or structured style? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget, this video is part of my Homeschool Styles series. If you haven't watched the earlier videos on traditional, classical, Charlotte Mason, unit studies, and Montessori, check those out next. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the other styles I'll be covering soon. Finally, grab my free Homeschool Styles reference guide linked below. It includes an overview of each style plus a quiz to help you figure out which one matches your family best. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.